The Girl Who Faced the Jinn, a chilling journey of strength and survival. Suspenseful music intensifies. The screen fades into a dimly lit room. A flickering candle sits beside a weathered Ouija board. A spectral whisper echoes, raising the hair on the back of your neck. What would you do if a simple game turned into a doorway to the other side? This is the story of Sal, an ordinary girl who stumbled into a nightmare, awakening a power she could never have imagined. What she endured is as terrifying as it is inspiring. The camera pans over Sal and her friends, seated in a circle, faces dimly illuminated by the soft glow of candles. The Ouija board lies silently between them as though waiting. Shadows flicker ominously in the corners. It was supposed to be just another night. Sala, 18 years old, was hanging out with her friends when one of them suggested the Ouija board. A game, they said. Sala hesitated, her gut warning her it wasn't just a game, but her friends laughed. "Scaredy cat," they teased. Against her better judgment, Sala gave in. Fingers meet the weathered planchette, and the board creaks softly as their voices crack jokes. The air feels strange, heavy. Suddenly the lights flicker, plunging them into darkness. What started as giggles quickly turned to nervous whispers. They lit candles, shadows dancing on the walls as the board spelled out, "I am here." When Sal pleaded with them to stop, they waved her off. But then the spirit replied, "I've entered this house. Everything will change." The camera zooms in on the flickering board. A chill laces the air. A scream. Furniture shakes. Sally collapses, her breaths ragged as panic seizes the room. All fun is gone. This is something else. One girl felt an electric jolt, another fainted, and Sal, trembling, ran from the room. Whatever they had invited had come for them. The game was no longer a game. Night falls. Sally's room appears drenched in shadows. The cupboard door creaks open. A blackened, towering figure forms within. Sally's breath catches. A scream pierces the stillness, yet no one hears her cries. That very night, Sally's sleepless battle began. Lurking in the corner of her vision was a dark, grotesque figure with hollow, glowing eyes. Her dreams became twisted nightmares. A sequence of chilling dreams flashes on the screen. Sal is at a bus station, her friends laughing lovingly. Suddenly their faces twist into hate-filled glares. Sal's vision darkens and she wakes up sobbing. Day by day the toll grew visible. Sal's once bright spirit now dimmed, her face pale, her joy drained. A heavy weight clung to her, as though the life was being sucked from her body. Her friends tried to brush it off, but Sally knew better. Something had followed her home. A new twist enters Sala's nightmare. She and her mother walk through a bustling market. Normalcy, a mere illusion. An old woman approaches Sala's mother, her voice a warning carried on the wind. "Your daughter is being watched," the stranger muttered, gripping Sal's mother's arm. "If you do not act, she'll lose herself, or worse." Fear gripped Sal's mother as the woman vanished into the crowd before they could ask more. Desperation leads Sal's mother to seek divine assistance. A priest agrees to help, yet on his way to their home, he meets a gruesome end. A shadowy figure trailed his car, forcing him to crash. The Jinn's grip tightened. Sala's mom was at her breaking point. That night, she dreamed of her daughter speaking to the entity. When she demanded to know who it was, Sala's eyes glowed, her mouth twisting into a guttural scream before slamming the door shut. An air of finality settles. Sal's mom enlists the help of a psychic medium, but the Jinn proves its dominance. As sacred rituals begin, the house is torn apart by unseen forces. The psychic flees in terror, leaving only one instruction: flee. "Leave this house, this town, this country," the psychic warned, gasping for breath. "If you stay, none of you will survive." Without a second thought, Sala's mom packed up and drove into the night. But as the car cut through the dark forest, Sala began to change. Sala's voice drops to a deep, guttural rasp. She snarls, "Take me home!" Before her mom can react, Sala leaps from the moving car and vanishes into the woods. Terror-stricken, her mother speeds to her own mother's home, seeking refuge and guidance from a local imam. Candlelight dances on the walls of a sacred room. 8 men hold Saleh as she thrashes, her voice a chilling growl reverberating in the space. The imam begins his prayers, the words echoing like a divine shield against the turmoil. For 29 days, the battle raged. Every verse recited weakened the Jinn. Objects flew through the room. Sal twisted and screamed, but slowly its power waned. Finally, in a fit of rage, the Jinn uttered its promise. I will leave Sal, but when she has a daughter, I will return. And then it was gone. Relief washes over Saleh's lifeless body. Her family weeps as the imam assures them, for now, Saleh is free. Saleh's life resumes, a semblance of normalcy returning, but her mother remains vigilant. Every day she prays, haunted by the lingering threat. This isn't just a tale of terror. It's a testament to resilience, to the indomitable human spirit even in the face of the unexplainable. For Saleh and her family, fear wasn't the end. It was the beginning of their fight. And the Jinn? It never forgot its promise. It waits, somewhere in the shadows, for its time to return. What would you do if you were Saleh? Have you faced the unexplainable? Remember, even in the darkest moments, the fight continues.